The following podcast may be explicit. One Joe Young presents Adventures from the Shed, a tabletop RPG podcast. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com.
And you are finding us online right here, right now, or maybe in your favorite podcast app or YouTube, wherever you happen to find us. We are Adventures from the Shed. We are continuing our Dungeons and Dragons adventure, Dragon of Icespire Peak. And we are going to say hi to our cast who is sitting around our virtual table. We're going to go right around the same order we've been going. Who's up first? That guy right there.
Hey, it's me, Zeb, again. I'm playing Doc, who's a hunter.
The doctor? Oh, no.
Yeah, whatever. He's one of those characters.
Doctor of Death, searching from the far, far fields.
Ranger, I think is what you were looking
Ranger,
for.
Ranger's
Ranger.
Yeah.
Ranger danger.
God.
After the Ranger is myself here. Hi, everybody. It's Eli. I'm playing Jerum Freebell, a human druid raised by rabbits.
Speaking of bunny-like people, my name is Randy, and I play... I don't know. I'm just joking around, dude. Name's Randy, and I play a hill dwarf fighter named Dirk Locksworth, and he has a twin.
Dirk Target.
Are we brothers? Hey,
Brothers.
Chris, I'm playing Grimdal, the dwarven cleric who run Fandalin Town.
Grimdal run Fandal in town. And I am Joe, the Dungeon Master for this Dungeons and Dragons game we are playing. When we last left off our characters, they were doing stuff. I think Eli wants to tell us what they were doing. I saw.
Oh, gladly. We begin our adventure at the entrance of Nomengard, where our intrepid heroes have gone to find an alleged device that can be used to slay the dragon that has moved into Icespire Peak. Upon investigating Nomengard, the party found nobody worth talking to.
Yeah.
Everybody was a jerk, and the only person who really told them anything was one of the kings, who said, "Hey, there's a shape changer in our midst. Go suss them out." And so we did. Along the way, we found a trap that makes no sense. Why would you put this here? This is your home. Why? Why is this here? This is a hazard.
It's the gnome blender.
Yeah, just spinning blades in a room that was right in front of a vital area of travel.
Yeah. You can't get to the waterfall without that.
Yeah, I'm upset. On the other side of that trap, though, there was two very racist guards who did not like the human druid
Not at all.
They accused me of being the shape changer. I told them no, get out of my way, and they did.
But the funny part is, the irony is, you are the only shape changer in the group.
I mean, look, I don't have the shape changer type.
No, but the irony was, it turns out you were the one.
I can
rolled
change
poorly
my
enough.
shape,
Yeah,
but I am not a shape changer.
yeah.
All right. Moving past them, we found a very eccentric woman obsessed with her work. So obsessed, in fact, that she decided we would be the subjects of a field test for her latest machine of war, which was literally 4 crossbows strapped together.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
And a lawn chair. Don't forget the lawn chair.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a lazy Susan on a lazy boy chair.
Death Blossom, yes.
Literally
Death
setting
Blossom
off my
Ballista.
lawn.
Last Starfighter.
Yeah, man.
Death Blossom is actually a good mental image of what I saw, that crossbow contraption.
Yeah, totally, man.
Full 360-degree spinning, 4 automatic crossbows. Yeah.
After destroying her life's work, she told us to get the hell out of her house. So we decided to ignore her and went deeper into their home until finding a storage room of liquids. There was a bunch of barrels.
It was the
wine
mushroom
storage.
wine. Yeah.
There was a lot of barrels in there. I mean, it might not have all been wine. Some of it could have been water. Some of it could have been
was wine.
mushroom beer.
It was wine.
All right. Regardless, not all is what it seemed to be in the mushroom wine cellar. The party
Some of it could have been beer.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You don't know until you check. We took a 15-minute breather. I turned into a rabbit because I could. Why not?
Yeah.
And while I like to think that while we were resting, but realistically, mechanically, we had already finished our short rest. But everybody was just going around the room, tapping on barrels, tapping the barrels. 2 different actions, y'all.
I'd tap that. 3
Exactly.
different actions.
Dirk just watched.
Until somebody tapped 1 barrel and the barrel said,
back.
That's my tap. I don't know you.
Bad tap. Ranger danger.
Yes, exactly.
Knock, knock. Chomp, chomp.
Turns out that 1 barrel was a mimic and attacked us. Thankfully, nobody fell for its adhesive skin, and we all did our best. We beat that thing to pieces in the first couple turns, and then did almost no damage.
We
Very
crit,
much so. We crit on it twice. Got it down to 5 health, and then just 1 damage, 2 damage, 3 damage. Yeah. Afterwards, we went back to the king and told him, "Hey, your shape changer's dead," and he said, "No." And that was where we ended.
Yeah, that you kind of left off there where nobody was able to convince him, at least not so far. None of the characters were able to convince the king that you had actually killed the mimic. And the thing is, he's locked inside his royal bedroom and will not open the door until he's convinced. So if you guys want to make what I would call a last-ditch effort to convince this guy, you can. And if you do, great. You'll get your reward. And if not, well, you can just head back home, I guess.
Maybe we just knock down the door. I don't know, pick the lock.
Did we talk about the level up?
I'm going to say the official level up would be after you finish with the gnomes.
That makes sense.
Just because it kind of makes sense to say it would happen then. It's simply because the only thing we're looking for right now is maybe a couple of skill checks, and then you're going to be going back to town. So,
yeah. Persuasion.
I think we should try persuading him again, and maybe, I don't know, one or two of us go and get the body. What's left of it.
Well, it's not like is there a peephole you can look out? Because
if I remember last time, the body just dissipated to nothing.
Yeah,
it was a glob.
Yeah, it was just like goo, like spreading out on the floor like a flubber.
Yeah, and unless they had seen it in that form, I don't know that would convince them, which is probably the biggest reason why you guys have to roll for this.
Yeah.
I mean, my persuasion's -1. I don't know what I can do.
+1. I'll give it a shot.
All right, come on, Grimdal.
Please, sir. We're trustworthy fellows. You can trust a dwarf.
Do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior Moradin?
Oof.
So
perhaps if you could persuade him.
My persuasion is +0.
Ooh, he doesn't like
you little freak, let me.
But I do have a +2 intimidation.
Okay.
Get him, Dirk.
I gotta see what that was. An 8. Okay, yeah, okay. Grimdal unsuccessful in his attempt to convince the king.
Can I yell at him?
I can tell you the book is giving me only a persuasion option.
Okay, I can look the button.
Unless you are convincing me otherwise, which you didn't.
I clicked the button.
We're gonna go with persuasion. Now, if you guys go back to what we rolled at the end of the last session,
that's pretty bad.
Started last time with a 1. This time you started with a 7. Roll because you have a plus.
Yeah.
So you had a critical fail last time. This time, at least you've moved up to regular.
Yeah.
I'll try the persuasion myself again. I'll try opening with.
Come on, Dirk. You can outbeat yourself. You did the best last time. Come on, Dirk. Yeah. Give him the dandy Dirk.
Well, let's see if Jerum's got something.
I thought you were cheering me to roll again. Sorry, ignore
that. Yeah, see, dandy Dirk to the rescue.
We are going to have Dirk roll because he already did. But I want to see.
I'll listen until wait for Joe to say it for me.
Well, maybe you guys can have
give him some of that red talk.
I'm just gonna be like, hey, look, it's me, Jerum. We spoke earlier. Remember our conversation. I told you this was how many people I had. just like reconfirming every detail with him, so he knows that he can trust me. And
then I'm going to roll a 0.
right
on dice that don't even have numbers that low. Oh, you could have actually. You got a -1. You could have had a 0.
I could theoretically get a 0, but I only got a 3.
Why would you tell him about arguing with the 2 guards who were looking for the thing too? That he won't like that. Maybe I should just say the first half.
Well, because he's an authority figure, and they deserve to be punished.
Tell him after the door's open.
He hears Dirk and says, "Oh, the 2 guards? You talked to them?"
Yeah, didn't catch their names though.
Oh, I think their names are, one is like I hate, and the other one is humans who turn into rabbits or something like that. But yeah, no, I don't have their names handy. Although I'm sure it was another silly rhyming name thing. But so you talked to them. They were looking out for the shape changer.
Yes,
maybe
we talked to them.
Okay, so did you kill it?
Yes, the shape changer is done. It's gone.
Wow, yeah. So I believe the 7th time you guys told me. That's great.
When it comes to people like this, sometimes you gotta just tell them 7, 8, 10, 12 times.
Exactly.
Also, you might want to get some medication for that lady because she seemed a little psycho earlier with the crossbows.
Oh yeah, that was it Factore?
Yeah,
Factore.
Factore.
Blossom.
Yeah, she's a little crazy. All right. So
the king, yeah, she's a little crazy. Looking at his husband.
Yeah. So let's see. They have all right. So you finally get to see these guys. He's going to open the door. And it's the royal bedroom. So of course it's done up the way gnomes would do up a royal bedroom.
It's so musty because they've just been hanging out there.
Shelves. But you get to see them for the first time. The 2. One is tied to a chair and is babbling incoherently. The other is the guy you've been talking to, and that is Carboz, Korboz. Carboz. So he's wearing a jagged metal crown, a patchwork cloak. Actually, he's not tied to the chair. He's glued to the chair. I had really thought somewhere that I had read that he was bound to the chair, but no, he's glued. So these gnomes have good glue, apparently.
We'll buy some.
Keep themselves glued to a chair. Wow.
How are you gonna get him off?
Yeah. I've got solvent
question.
for this. I've got solvent. You wouldn't glue something unless you could unglue it, right?
What do you think? Can we buy some of that stuff from you?
You can kill a shape changer, but you don't know how ungluing works.
Well, maybe we'll buy some from you.
Maybe if there's a stat block for it somewhere.
Grimdal, can you cure Nerkly?
Possibly. What seems to be the issue?
Convincing him is that. You know what? Carboz says he'll take care of it. now that they know the shape changer is dead, he can convince him gradually by showing him that the place is safe.
Okay, there's a few more people if you know how to cure him then that need help too.
Oh, I'm sure we can get something going. Here, I have a couple of things for you. Earlier when you were here, you said that you were looking for items that might help against the dragon. And here you can have these 2 things. And if we were all here physically together, I'd be handing you the Hat of Wizardry and a Wand of Pyrotechnics cards. Let me I know on Roll20 I can.
Can anyone use it as Hat of Wizardry? I think you have to be a wizard, right?
You just see Dirk lift up the hat and wand and just shrug and hand them to you guys.
Let me
cool hat.
Let me show Hat of Wizardry to everyone. So Chris, if you want to just read that.
Wondrous item, Hat of Wizardry. The antiquated cone-shaped hat is adorned with gold crescent moon and stars. While you're wearing it, you gain the following benefits. You can use the hat as a spell-casting focus for your wizard spells. You can try to cast a cantrip that you don't know. Cantrips must be a wizard spell list, and you must make a DC 10 intelligence arcane check. You want me to keep reading all this? Or...
So this is wizard only.
Yeah, attunement by a wizard.
Let's check.
Well, we could
Still
sell
a pretty
this
cool
for
hat.
50 gold, though. That's the
No,
thing.
no. Like it's a cool hat.
I mean, technically, anyone could use the cantrip, right?
Well, no, because
not
it
wizards.
says it has to be attuned by a wizard.
That's true. Okay.
So we could sell that for the 50 gold and then keep the
Yeah.
other thing.
So you could have an item that you're not using, and then there's the wand of pyrotechnics. Who might want that? It looks like it has
He could
7
use it.
charges. You can use as an action to expend a charge, and it also regains 1d6 plus 1 expended charges daily at dawn. So that's kind of neat.
Yeah, I think anybody can use it, looks like.
But it looks like what it's most useful for is fireworks and torchlight. So it doesn't actually do any damage, but this is kind of an interesting thing because it might play into Jerum manipulating elements. You could add fireworks into that maybe, but however you guys want to do it, you have now you now have wizardry and a wand of pyrotechnics.
I'm pretty sure this wand is just a Roman candle.
Kinda, yeah.
That's what it looks like to me. I'll still take it if no one else wants it.
Yeah, it's basically a light as bright as a torch flame. Cool.
Yeah. That's why I was thinking it's essentially a light. And now that I've made your token able to see 600 feet, that should work.
Yay.
Yeah, I'll take it. Wand of pyrotechnics.
We thank you for the items. We must be back on our way.
Okay, tell Harbin thanks for the warning about the dragon. And hopefully these items will help get rid of the dragon.
Okay, goodbye.
Okay, goodbye. So you guys can head back to the town. Let's go ahead and put our Sword Coast map up on our screen. Heading back to Fandolin. Yes.
Where was the gnome?
Nomengard. You would ask that, wouldn't you?
I would.
It was east.
Okay, so over here somewhere.
I think I say that, and I'm like, I think it was. No, well, it was southeast. Let me fix that. I can make it visible, but it's down, southeast of Fandolin. Come on, layer.
Somewhere around there.
They're all gone.
No, I just hit the wrong thing somewhere.
Undo.
The thing is, I can't. There's no freaking undo.
Control delete.
You dumbass. You know what I did is I took the whole map and put the map on the token layer. That's not a good thing to do, just so you know.
You crossed the streams, Joe.
I did. Stupid. All right. Nomengard, the X is there, and now the name is there.
Hey.
So that's where you guys were. Not very long.
Do you guys want to buy any potions while we're going by Umbridge Hill? Healing potions.
That's a good point.
Yeah, let's go check it out because I think I'm the only one without one.
Yeah, Abracadabra's there. She's got healing potions for sale, 50 gold pieces each.
And I'll still give it to one of you guys.
Yeah,
no, you must have taken it because I already have one.
Yeah, I don't have one either.
Oh, we did only get 2. That's right.
Yeah. But yeah.
So if that's what you guys are doing, go ahead and mark down however many you buy and mark off.
We have 150 gold to burn.
Okay.
So they're 50 apiece. So maybe one
And
or
you're
two.
about-
I don't know who needs them.
I
have one.
Reward for turning in the hat too, if you want to.
Yeah, I didn't do that yet. I didn't add that in.
Okay.
So we have 204.
Let's get one of them for now.
Yeah, just one. And
There'll be more missions.
All right, well, put it on whoever's taking it. Make sure you
No.
put it in your inventory.
No, don't give it to me. Give it to Doc, because you have healing spells, and I have my my own healing thing. What's it called again? Second wind. Yeah. So I'm good.
Okay, I'll take it.
And a bunch more hit points.
It's like trying to deny money from grandma, and she just
Yeah, totally.
Just take it. Take it.
Take the damn money, kid.
Eventually, everybody else is going to be wearing a bandolier of healing potions, and Dirk is just going to be there. Got my second wind, man, and I'm flanking them. Just going to kick on their asses.
I'm going to skip up to them. I'm going to go and split their head open while flanking.
The real question is,
Flanking.
can I administer a heal potion as an attack by just tackling my friend?
You have to tilt your head and air quotes flanking,
Flanking.
because that's how I stupid did it the first time. So now it's gonna stick. All right.
I understand now.
So y'all get back to town. Nothing special happening in town. You know what? There's one other thing I wanted to do, and that was the whole "Where's the dragon" thing.
There's the dragon. Where's the dragon?
You know, it's going to take me a second to find that. You guys go ahead and talk amongst yourselves for a minute.
Then I said to left Louis, what was his name? Lenny, left foot Lenny. Let's go right. And we both started laughing. It was hilarious.
That is hilarious. So wait, is he missing his left foot, or he only has a left foot?
He only has a left foot.
Okay. What happened to his right foot?
You don't want to know about the right foot.
No, I think I want to know. We got time.
I want to know now.
Well, have you heard of a purple worm?
Wait, the drink or something else?
Believe it or not, it was the drink purple worm.
Well, what happens if you drink too many of those? You get in trouble.
it all goes straight to your right foot.
Yay!
Turns out dwarves just have diabetes where the right foot is more infected than the left foot.
Oh man, gotta get it chopped.
All right. As you guys are heading back to town, right before you reach Fendalen, somebody just turns back kind of in the direction you came from. And on our map here, somewhere between Nomengard and the Dwarven excavation, so kind of right in the center of those, so almost directly south of Fendalen, you do see a white dragon up in the air. But it's far. I mean, that is close to 20 miles. You know what it is because, well, it's impressive.
It is.
Those
I think
dwarves
that's the
are-
dragon.
Yeah.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
You
I
think
don't know. It
those
looks kind of small from here.
think those dwarves are okay?
But it's your first actual view of the dragon since you guys arrived in the area and have heard so much about it.
It's only that big. What, we can't kill it?
It's the size of a mosquito, but you know,
I'm
by the
crushing
way
your
the
head.
wings flap slowly and the tail moves
that
in the
thing where I
sky.
Squish it
Yes,
far away.
I
Start
crush
grabbing
that
at the air.
dragon.
I'm sure those gnomes are going to be fine. They're underground. The dragon's in the sky.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Same
I
with the
can't believe
gnomes.
he's this far south, though.
He flies all over the place, man. And considering that the name of it is Dragon of Icespire Peak, and Icespire Peak is 30 miles to the east.
Oh, wow, it's close by. Wow.
Yeah, it's closer than I thought it
I
was
thought it
going
was
to
up
be.
north. I thought it was in those mountains.
Yeah. And you know, this is actually a good time to point this out too, because this is one of those ones that probably should have been on the map layer. Anyway, right there, Icespire Peak just showed up on Zeb's map
Oh,
there.
man.
Oh, wow. That's close.
Yeah, exactly. But
that's
it's
a
kind
hop
of
to get
the
out. Jump away.
I wonder
It's
he's flying
kind of
around
a-
here.
spot there in the mountains where it's the highest, and that is also, let me do this, because there are general areas that you guys would know. So let me just put these on the
Flip got it.
use guys. Okay, so Sword Mountains is that whole mountain range, and then there's the Crypto Garden Forest where they only sell crypto flowers. You see? Crypto Garden.
Went over there.
Yeah. So the Nomengard and Dwarven excavation were both part of the Sword Mountains mountain range, and Icespire Peak is one section of the Sword Mountains. Anyway, all right. So you guys get back to town, and you've got. Let me see if I can find this here. You get back to Urban Westa, town master.
The other guy who won't open his door.
Who has that Gnomon Guard quest handy? If
I
anybody?
got it. I got it.
I just can't remember if it just said return the thing to him or keep it, but I can't remember.
Yeah, so if you bring back something useful and don't want to keep it for yourselves, Townmaster Harbin Wester will pay you 50 gold pieces for it.
Bam.
So I figure we keep the wand, sell the thing, boom.
We don't want this hot.
Got the money, kept the swag, job well done.
Done.
It doesn't look good on any of us.
So you get to his place that's behind the Townmaster Hall. He's still locked up tight, and when you get there and knock, he's got another quip for you of I'm not coming out if you're a dragon. If you're a dragon, you have to tell me.
Oh my God, it's us.
Just a rabbit and a couple dwarves. Some sickly fella.
Walk into a bar.
Little pig.
No, it's kind of. I don't know if you did. Did you do this on purpose, where it's kind of like a Doc Holliday, like the sickly dude, you know?
No,
the badass.
It is literally part of the adventure. The first greeting you got from him at the door is when I read it right out of the book. If you're a dragon, you should know I'm too thin and I won't be tasty or something like that. Whatever that line was last time, directly from the book. So I was just playing more to it because at no point have I found where it says he comes out of his house. He probably will when somebody shows him the dragon's dead. But in the meantime, he's just hiding in there. And apparently he's going to sneak out to put more adventures up on the board, but then like go right back to his house, or maybe he's paying somebody to post his notes on the board. Who knows?
He's a little Timmy.
Yeah, but they definitely play him as, or they wrote him as, he's this wussy guy. Now, who knows? Maybe he's just a 8 foot tall dude that could beat the crap out of a dragon.
Jacked. Yeah.
Exactly.
A full-blooded orc just cowering under his dining room table.
Go away.
I'm just gonna write 0% rating underneath his door.
No well wishers.
So all right. So it's you guys. Okay, you're back.
We got this head of wizardry.
Gnomes?
Sell it to you.
Yeah, we
Okay.
helped out the gnomes. They're good.
They're good.
They're good.
Hey, the gnomes gave us these for rewards, and we don't want this.
What is it?
It's a hat of wizardry. Magical.
Okay, slide it under the door.
I don't think
I don't know if
there's
it's going to fit. You might have to open up. Yeah, crack the door or something.
He opens like this little
Mail slot.
I don't know, like a slide, almost like a mail slot, but a sliding thing on the floor that he has obviously installed recently to allow this kind of exchange. So you could pass him a plate of food under there, or maybe a wizard hat.
All right.
I think maybe he got frustrated by giving you the 50 gold, 1 gold piece at a time under the door. So he's made himself a little system here.
He's been door dashing all his meals.
Exactly.
Tavern dashing.
He's
Yeah.
been dwarf dashing.
He got sick of trying to pull the French fries under the door one at a time. Yeah.
Especially those steak fries. It's rough.
Oh, good gosh. Yeah. It's crazy. So yeah, he kind of opens up a little slot, a door for you to do that. He hands you the 50 gold through the same exchange, mind you, no face to face.
All right.
He says, all right, so you guys have done a really good job so far. I have another task that I could really use a good group of adventurers for.
Do you have like 3 we could choose one from?
Yes, I will give you the one.
What about the rumors around town? We could hear about some more adventures, perhaps, in the surrounding wilderness.
Okay.
This sounds pretty dire. What is it?
What's so important there, pal?
That's
Lad.
all right. My half brother runs a logging camp up near Neverwinter, and we need to get supplies to him. And the last people to bring supplies never came back. So could you bring the supplies up to him?
Sure. How much does it pay?
A lot.
Double it.
I don't know the number offhand for this one. Give me just a second.
I think you should double it. We saw that dragon today, and you're going to need guys like us around, so you better pay us well, sir.
I'll double it. Exactly.
All right. Excellent.
I'll give you 100 gold if you do this.
Sweet. Let's go, fellas.
It's
Wait,
funny
what's the best way to get to the
because
long
100
game?
it actually
Who,
doubles.
who was the last group that went?
That guy and that other guy, you probably never met them.
Or
Hmm.
how well equipped were they? Did they have like a wagon or something?
She
What
lives
sort
in
of
Canada.
supplies?
Or just one left foot.
Look, I bet there wasn't any dwarves with them. That explains
You've got it.
everything.
So what you've got to do is you've got to go over to Barthen's Provisions. He has it all set up. He'll give you all the instructions you need.
Let's go see Barthen.
All
All
right.
right then.
Right, we'll go see
You,
Barthen.
you take it easy.
100 gold. You said it, Harbin.
Okay, yeah, 100 gold.
Shake on that under the door shake.
100 gold. Didn't say gold pieces.
I'm gonna break open the
Oh,
door.
All right, so over at Barthen's Provisions, Barthen's there. And I actually have text to read for this one. So you need to pick up the supplies. And this is, by the way, let's take a minute or two or however long here. Randy mentioned earlier we were going to level 3 because I asked our players to level up their characters to level 3. We're going to say that at this point, you guys will just spend the night in town and then bring the provisions. And so you know ahead of time, this is a 2-day each way trip. So it's going to be 4 days that you guys are off on the road. And it's approximate, but you have supplies, you're going to have a cart, etc. But you're going to spend the night, get a full long rest in Phandalin. And that's when we can account for the level up for the characters. And with that in mind, who wants to talk about what happened with their character to get to level 3? Or when you got to level 3? I know what we did to get there.
Well, I started with the recap, so I might as well start with this here.
There you go. Eli. What
Upon
did Jerum
reaching-
get new at level 3?
I now have access to second level spells.
Yay!
But on top of that, I get my circle spells, which are bonus spells granted to me for being a Circle of the Land druid. Choosing Mountain as my circle, I gained access to the Spike Growth and Spider Climb spells. And then the spell that I chose for myself that I can prepare, I chose Gust of Wind. So now I have control over all 4 classical elements.
Nice.
And I can walk on walls.
That's pretty slick.
I
Long ago,
also,
the 4 nations lived together.
No,
in
it's
Jerum.
pretty sticky. That's how you walk on walls.
I
Wow.
believe I got an upgrade to my wild shape. That's not until next level. So yeah, it was just the just the spells for me.
When do you get to go into the spirit realm? Because apparently now you're the avatar.
I will get back to you on that. I do think there actually is a druid spell to take for that.
Hey,
Spirit
Chris.
realm.
Chris.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the clock?
Yep.
That's,
Clock's
So-
blinking.
I saw it blink just for a moment before you switched the camera back.
that's awesome.
Cool. So we keep track of spells for the druid too. So that's kind of cool. All right, next. Anybody?
I'll go.
Go.
Okay. So level 3 actually had quite a few things. So I was able to choose a ranger archetype. It says I picked hunter, which gave me hunter's prey, and from there I picked colossal slayer, which your tenacity can wear down the most potent foes. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, the creature takes an additional 1d8 damage if it's below maximum hit points. You can deal this extra damage only once per turn.
Neat.
On top of that, I also unlocked primeval awareness. So it's
Before now, you had no idea there was anything primeval.
no. Now I know, though. For 1 minute per level of the spell slot you expand, you can sense whether the following creatures are present within 1 mile or within up to 6 miles on my favorite terrain, which is mountains, by the way, if you don't remember.
Yeah.
Apparitions, celestials, dragons,
Ooh,
elementals, fae, friends, and undead.
nice.
And then the last thing was I forgot that level 2 I actually unlocked spellcasting.
what?
So I went and I picked up 2 spells for that, which are Hunter's Mark and Speak with Animals.
Very cool.
Nice.
Before we get into the next person, I found the spell which allows me to go into the spirit world with
Nice.
Druid. It's well beyond the scope of this campaign, a 7th level Druid spell, so I'd have access to it 13th, 14th level.
It's up there.
It's Plane Shift. I can take
Nice.
myself
That
and
would
up
do
to
it.
8 willing creatures to another plane, so long that I know it exists.
You know, my thought is so that takes care of the spirit realm, but then your avatar state would just be rabbit, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you turn into a rabbit, you have glowing blue eyes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
There it is. Randy or Chris?
I can go.
All right.
All right. So at 3rd level, just continue this wall of a character I'm building with 42 hit points now. So little tough cookie there now. That means I can get hit 3 times and survive.
Yeah.
That's at least how it's been going. I got to choose an archetype as well. It only actually gave me once, which was champion. So I guess that's that.
You are the champion, my friend.
And then, of course, it also gave me one more thing, which is not on the right page, or is it? It is advanced. I believe it's called advanced critical hits, or advanced, something like that. I can do critical hits at 19 and 20 now.
Nice.
Very useful.
Yes.
Called improved critical. There it is. Found it. It was on the wrong page. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Also, my character is closed. Just to jump back into that, since we're recording now, is basically a whole tan outfit, but painted in red, a giant circle, then another circle, then a dot, because he is a target.
Dirk Target.
And he wonders why he's getting hit all the time. I don't know why he wears that.
Well, now that he has a target,
Why do I
he's
never
not
have
gonna
hit
get
points?
Yeah.
He doesn't know what it means. It just after he painted it on, he just started getting hit by everybody like a train.
Every time he walks by dartboards, it's horrible.
That's the new Dirk board. Get it?
Dirtboard. That's it. Grimdal.
Nothing too exciting for me at this level, just more spell slots, which I mean, more spells is always cool, but
Yeah,
Well,
no special features or anything,
At level 3, when do you get access to level 2 spells? Is that 4?
It would be officially this level, but since my wisdom's high, I actually had 2nd level spells already.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So that's good. Then you've got cantrips, level 1 and level 2 spells available.
Yep.
And that is a nice range for early cleric character. Cool.
Yep.
All right. So with that, we now have our characters leveled up to 3. And we're going to get back to right after a long rest. You guys will visit Barthen's Provisions, and you arrive to pick up the supplies. Therefore, I must read the following boxed text aloud. Here we go.
Good luck.
Barthen tells you that his clerks have filled 2 crates with supplies as he hands you a sheet of parchment, upon which is written an inventory of the crate's contents, foodstuffs such as dried meats, blocks of cheese, and loaves of bread, as well as casks of ale and flasks of oil. The 2 heavy crates are loaded onto a 2-wheeled cart pulled by an ox. The ox's name is Vincent, says Barthen. I'll expect to see him in the cart returned. Thanks.
How do we get him into the cart?
What, the ox?
You want to get him in the cart returned.
Him and the cart?
Ah.
This is why all the monsters hit you, buddy.
Just going by what you said. Sorry.
Yeah, that's
all right.
true. That's true. So you have
We're
a,
gonna eat
you have
some.
a
We're
cart
snacking on these
with
provisions
stuff,
on the way
but
up.
you don't have like a wagon and horses, right? You just all the stuff is pulled by Vincent the ox.
By the way, you did not say alive and you did not say not broken. You just said returned.
Where do you get this guy?
He's my brother. Don't worry about it.
Oh, huh. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah.
I take the nose ring out so we look exactly the same, and then I put it back in.
The ox is a reliable beast. All right. And it says what I was telling you before as far as the trip. Because characters can travel about 24 miles in a day, and the camp is roughly 50 miles to the north. You need to take a long rest near the halfway point, which we can just approximationing on our map. If you zoom out there, Zeb, and we can see.
Does he recommend a straight shot, or are we going up the road, going upstream? How does this supposed to work?
You will follow the road until you get to the forest, and then you have to go through the forest.
All right, straight shot.
Yeah. So we'll you have to be on some sort of path or stable surface wide enough for the cart with the ox.
Gotcha.
But aside from that, you're free to go wherever you want. That's why you'll mainly stick to the road and then flat ground. Let's see. So it's about halfway through your first trip. So one day down. The next morning, shortly after you enter the woods, all right, so you guys are just kind of traveling along, and you have Vincent in the cart with all the provisions. About 60 feet ahead of you, a wild boar stands in a small clearing. The boar glares at you suspiciously.
Anyone speak to animal?
I thought the druid guys can do that,
Jerum?
or Doc even.
Normally, this would either run at us or away from us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Doc
a little confused why it's just staring at us.
got the spell.
And no, I don't speak boar. Nobody speaks boar. What kind of idiot are you?
Well, don't be a bore.
Oh, I don't have to take this from you getting into a fight you don't need to get into. Look, why don't I turn into a big horse and just scare it away?
There's already a big ox here. He doesn't seem to be bothered.
Yeah, we can't risk the ox.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
You don't
that
want
like-
Ali Vincent free.
And I can like throw a rock near it, try to
Don't
scare it away.
don't do anything to piss it off. What we should be able to go right past it if we just get our cloaks and make ourselves look real big.
Is that a short trip?
Is that what you do when you're in regular public too?
Why would I do that? I was
'Cause you're so
raised
small.
by rabbits, not animals.
Rabbits are never mind.
Jerem's actually only about 2 feet tall and weighs about 70 pounds, but he's on stilts. You guys think it's a real person in there. He actually enlarges when he turns into a rabbit.
Oh, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I was raised by rabbits. I didn't get good nutrition growing up. I'm a very small man.
Very small man. So what do you want to do about so far I've heard some suggestions. I just need some kind of commitment on what your approach is actually going to be. I've heard could throw a rock at it. I've heard could make ourselves look really big and scary.
Can I use my animal handling to intuit its intentions, perhaps?
Oh, yeah, sure. Give me an aminal handling.
Oh my
roll.
God!
See what happens?
Can I see
Wow.
what he was trying to? Can I see what he was trying to do and use mine too? Since I actually have a +4.
What the heck?
All right. So you're wondering why Dirk, go ahead and let's have a roll for Dirk.
Yeah, I was actually waiting
show
this
me
time
up.
instead of just going for it. So
No, just go for
Show
it.
me
Because I want to
Alright,
make
so
up whatever
19.
Oh, he
this is anyway.
crushed it.
Okay.
Hey,
So-
not too bad.
Dirk, as you're remembering the right way to deal with what could be a wild boar,
No,
Grimdal's doing
Grimdal,
some
it's like
kind of
this.
weird chicken dance or something, and we're not quite sure what it is. But you
He doesn't
recognize
like my chicken dance.
he's trying to mess with an animal, but the wrong one. Definitely. So
no, you're
Dirk,
thinking of a horse.
Dirk, I'm going to tell you with a roll of a 19, you know that's not a normal boar. There's something not right about it.
I'm weird about it.
Do you speak Dwarven?
Are you trying to?
No, I speak Dwarven.
You speak common.
Give me a moment.
Do I get a sense that it's undead or anything?
It is not undead.
You know what? Catching on to what Dirk's doing, I'm going to ask it in Druidic.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
You get no response. Then neither of you get a response.
See, it's just a boar.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if I know if there's something weird up?
This is a weird one because they throw this in here and they don't give you a lot to work with. So how about yes? And let me think of what that means as you rule it. Let's see how good your roll is first. Because it might mean nothing good. You're going to have a 17. That means I'm going to have to think of something. Just a moment.
Why don't I just use our new wand to like scare it off? It's supposed to make a loud noise, right?
I don't think there's any noise.
Yeah, it's a firework. It shoots out a burst of light for 1 second and makes a noise that can be heard for 300 feet.
There you go.
It could make some boom.
All right, that's last.
So as far as the Arcana check, I'm going to say with the 17, you know there's something magic about the creature, whether it means it is magic or can magic or something. Magic, yes.
My God, it's a boar with wizard levels. We should have saved the hat.
Yeah, right.
Coincidentally, you're more right than you know.
He's fit for the hat.
Wizard pig.
Wizard pig.
Does the things that a wizard pig does.
Can it cast druid spells? No, it can't. It's a wizard.
Look at
Here comes wizard pig.
I would like to use my own animal handling to shoo the thing away. Like, oh,
Sure.
yeah.
All right, let's give that one a shot. Let's see.
That's a 9. What is with this campaign?
I'm not
Anything that's not combat has been a total failure. That's a 9.
It's a low roller.
All right, now let's say we're going to test your theory here a little bit. Roll a die. It doesn't matter what you're rolling it for, because it doesn't count. So this should be a good roll, right? I want to say. No, okay. That's 2 6s in a row. So I think you're okay here.
All right, I'm going to stand next to it so he can flank it.
Flanking.
It is not at all interested in doing anything but glaring at the lot of you. Vincent seems unfazed, by the way.
All right. It turns out it's a little bit of a beach. Let's go.
I guess we'll just keep walking ahead and see what it does.
If it's not going to mess with us.
You're going to walk towards it?
Yeah, let's stay in pace. Like he's not even there.
I mean, if it's in our way, we'll just kind of scoot around it.
We're playing chicken with him. We'll see if he moves.
And is there any attempt at making yourself bigger, scarier, like you mentioned for Jerum?
I'm not doing that. No,
I will turn into a horse.
Same pace we've always been at.
What I would say is if you're doing anything in an attempt to persuade or intimidate, I would want to see a roll for that.
I'm just turning into a horse in case this gets ugly. That's extra hit points.
Interesting thought.
We're more going for we're kind of ignoring him and just
it's not being aggressive.
Along.
I have no reason to think that it wants to fight. So I'm not going to try and fight it. But I will be a horse just in case. Those are words. That is a sentence that I said.
Is there a way to like go around it somehow? Like kind of, change a little bit direction, but let's try that.
You could circle around it, yeah.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking. So Dirk's just gonna start walking around.
We will flank it by circling around.
All right. After you circle around it, it just kind of darts off.
All right.
Like I got somewhere else to be now. That kind of thing.
It seems like an ill omen.
Could that have been by chance a familiar?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I don't see any boar familiars.
That's
an
interesting thought.
We're going to the woods.
I can tell you that's not it. But
maybe it's a Maybe it's a werebore. It's a lycanthrope or something.
Werebore, boar over there.
Where
Mm.
more?
Werebore there, boar everywhere.
Nender pig, it is real.
Werebore.
And
It's,
we
that one's just a myth.
Oh, okay.
let me try and
Good.
get the right map open here because we are now going
You're
to
a
get
pigman, though.
to the loggers camp.
It's a Wukalar. That's what it is.
And
We good.
I got to click all the right stuff myself too. All right, let's see if we can get this info here because I want to make sure we got the right spot. So the logging camp spreads along the south shore of the river. So remember that the river comes in from the Sword Coast, weaves past, I think it was Neverwinter, what have you, and that's how they're transporting logs and stuff like that, of course. Not supplies, obviously, because they're going to make you guys to bring the supplies. All right. So the logging camp spreads along the south shore of the river where a dozen tents are arranged on a sandy beach. Near a dock stands a cabin with logs stacked under an awning. Older cabins close by have been torn down to leave only stone chimneys and foundations. A grim silence hangs over the camp, and you see no one around. It's funny because it doesn't actually say. Oh, it does say you approach from the south. So I'm going to get all of the tokens on the map on the south to the road that comes in on the south. Woohoo!
There's 2 roads.
Yeah, one comes in from the east side of the map, and one comes in on the south, the bottom instead of the right. I guess what I mean to be saying.
That's true.
I'm sure glad we found this road on our way through the forest.
So I see there's somebody else over here that is not moved. Is that Dirk?
You said. I thought you said right. Okay, I bet.
And I'm missing a token. Who's missing?
I can't see anything, so if that's
I
This is in the
may
building,
not
right?
have, when I was fixing all the tokens, I think I left Doc off the board. Let me fix that. The one where we actually want to be able to see everything.
there we go.
All right. So now let me add that back kind of so we can see. All right. So you guys are approaching from that south. And now that you can kind of see the map a little, I'll reread a little bit of the description. So there's about a dozen tents arranged there. Actually, if you go up a little further on the map there, Zeb, we can see that's the river up there. Just wanted to make sure we saw that. So it talks about the dozen or so tents arranged at the sandy edge of the river. That's where this is. And there are other buildings that have been torn down. That's what you see in the center of the map, where just the older cabins that were there just have stone chimney and foundations. And like I said, there is a grim silence that hangs over the camp, and you see no one around.
Oh boy.
So in here, what I'd like to be able to say is keep together, try and keep all 4 of you guys together and like look around, I guess the easiest way to put it.
All right. Should we check their tents first?
So we go to the cabin.
Okay, that works.
All right. To the cabin.
It's probably where people would be. So quiet though.
It's
Yeah,
quiet.
are they held up in the cabin or something?
Very, very quiet. And that's going to be that thing.
Dirk, you should get up here, man.
Is this a window off
Hey,
the
I'm up
side
there.
here?
It's
Yeah, I can't
That's a door.
tell.
Oh, that's a door? Okay.
I
Alright,
to
I found another
get a
door.
color.
I think it leads to the same room.
yes.
I would imagine, yeah.
Oh,
All right, Dirk, get up here.
I'm
Well,
up there.
you know what? Now that I see that, the lighting is actually kind of neat there. If you put your token down by the bottom there, yes. So that's a window. Whereas the other side is a door. So with the window, you can see through it.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
Nice.
It's weird because of the way they have to do the black part. It makes it weird. So it looks like it's a black
that's
tower to the sky.
Yeah.
But,
if you get closer, I can see a little bit more in there too. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I'm peering in.
Well,
in.
that lets you
That's
see
pretty
inside.
All right. So I knock
got
on the
the
door.
You can
Here in
see
my
in here. I'll tell you what.
Windows like a perv. I mean, like a dwarven cleric.
So inside there is, so first off, the cabin, it has a wooden floor. This is looks like it would be the larger part of the cabin. From the outside, you can see it's like the shape of a T. If you move your token around a little there, Zeb, we can see it. But it's in the shape of a T, the building is. And the that larger part that you're looking in, or the part you're looking in, is the larger of the two rooms that comprise this cabin. It's cluttered with logging equipment, things like saws, leather harnesses for climbing trees, and so on. And that's all you see here. Now, because we've established the whole window thing, somebody could walk around the other side, and looking in that window, you would actually see a person inside that has barricaded themselves. That guy right there.
Hello.
Yep. So he's a human sitting in there, and you can see he's clearly barricaded the door right behind him, and he's kind of sitting on the floor. Hello?
I knock on the window.
Hey,
Hey, buddy.
Hey, are you here to help?
Yeah, who are you? Are you Harbin's bro?
Yeah, I don't think he ever told you my name.
Is it like Harbin or
You're
something?
entirely correct.
It's so funny. Tibor Weston, same last name, but he's a half brother.
Wait, Tibor?
Tibor. Not like the boar you saw in the woods. Boy.
Yeah, okay. I keep my eye on you, buddy.
T dashboard.
Wait, how would you know we saw a boar in the woods?
Yeah, see? Get them, boys.
It's pronounced Tibor, but it's spelled Theboar.
All right. You want to let us in?
What happened?
First name Theodore, aka the boar.
Exactly. There's monsters that have been killing everyone, and there's one out on the other part of the cabin.
What is it?
It's like a big insect that comes out of the ground. It's horrible.
How have you defeated any?
No.
Ugh.
Is
What
it
did
just
it do?
one?
Let us in.
It's not adventurers.
Let us in.
What did it do? Did it sting people or stab? What did it do?
Just give me a second to look up the stat block.
Which room is it in?
Well, hurry. Time is of the essence, boy.
Which room is it in?
Time is of the essence. So the cabin itself is 2 rooms. So there's the little room that he's in, like it's the office area.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's the big room where there's a bunch of equipment. There it is. Of course, the last page. So the big insect-looking things, they burst out of the ground and they grab you with their pinchers and eat you.
So if we look through the windows, is there a hole in the floor or something?
No.
Well, you said it's busting through. You said there's one in the room.
No. Well, that's what he said, but no, you don't see it. What were you saying, Eli?
Can I do a nature check to identify the insect? I don't imagine there are many things that would actively attack a group of people unless it was pretty notable.
Let's see the door.
Yeah, and I can tell you, even without rolling it, you know that, and it's definitely not a regular insect.
Okay.
So it's something that looks like an insect, but by the rules wouldn't qualify as an insect.
All right, I'm going in.
Which means a nature check wouldn't help. It would be something else. I mean, it's just to throw it out there as the official D&D term, it's a monstrosity. And I don't even know what you would do to say, I know monstrosities, because it's not like
I would argue Arcana, but it always kind of just comes down to the monster. Like, what's its typical environment, method of operation.
Yep. But you don't look at these things and not think insect.
Right.
Right. Insect or crab, the kind of thing.
Round. Maybe relative of an antlion?
Does
It has to be pretty big.
would anybody in the group think that that their character might know something about monsters based on some form of education, reading?
Wait a second. This is a subterranean creature, right?
It is a subterranean creature.
I was born and I was raised by subterranean creatures. My neighbors were subterranean creatures.
But
I
they
should
were
be able to make
natural
this
ones.
check.
Yeah. Well, you can, but it's not going to be nature because this isn't part of nature. This I would give this something like
This would be a
just
survival
straight up
check for me because
intelligence.
this is my family's predator.
Uh,
Nah, I do.
yeah,
That's-
I would
that's
say
the
it'd
only thing I
be
can
like a
argue.
straight up intelligence check if you have the knowledge of what the thing might be. Unless you have a different way to describe it. I don't have a different way.
I'm kind of. I think I know what you're trying to describe here, and I do think my character would understand what it is, but wouldn't know what it is.
Yeah.
Like I might understand what this creature is relative to like beings such as myself from the perspective of a rabbit, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't know its name. I wouldn't know
Yeah.
its habits
Right.
outside of the woods.
You'd know like a made up name for it that you and your rabbit family came
Right.
up
Exactly.
It's the boogeyman. That's what it is.
I will try the intelligence check.
Yeah. I mean, why not?
A 12.
Yeah. Let's stick with what you had. Yeah. It's maybe you think it looks more like a big insect than a crab, like this guy said. Maybe it's more insecty than sea creature-y, but yeah.
There were those giant mantids, but those wouldn't come out of the ground. The hunger comes from the ground.
Hunger.
Guys, I think that no. Well, I mean, we are in the woods. It might be the hunger, but the
It's
hunger
very
never got
good.
this close to the river.
Hmm.
And Jerem's just gonna like keep
Keep babbling.
being on this back and forth.
Can I just go through the
With
door now,
himself.
please?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, you do that. Maybe
there-
it's
Yeah, Dirk's ready to just go in.
He stood there for a bit, then like,
Yeah.
oh, I wonder what that bug from. And I just wandered back like,
Guys?
Whatever.
guys to the man in the office. Did you see where my friends went?
you see him.
The other thing Tibor tells you is you got to be careful, man. Those things killed everybody else.
Okay, that sounds like the hunger.
Is he still over by that window? Oh, jeez.
I mean, I'll wander, I'll meander my way back there eventually, but like, I would definitely be preoccupied with this.
Do I have to start picking you up again?
So do you are you going in?
I'll see the door's unlocked.
The door is unlocked.
I go in.
I'm gonna keep looking through the window.
That's what I'm doing, just to cover him until we can get in there.
Do. I am just a wood chopper walking in this room.
So when everybody else move your token right outside the door, and when Dirk steps in is when we'll roll for initiative.
So right
Oh,
first step in. Okay.
Mainly because like your second step inside the door before anybody else would be there is where this happens.
Ah.
Okay.
God
Oh,
dang, cutscenes.
jeez. I am crushing it.
Oh God, that was terrible.
So the first time you
Ooh.
cross the room,
No.
Oh,
bursts through the floorboards. I've got to get the right step.
I am a dwarf and I walked in
Hey,
a room. Oh my gosh.
You got 4 things there.
Oh, man.
Let me make this thing visible. Oh, you know what? I may want to get rid of the
These are some great rolls, guys.
light.
Yeah, man. We got your back, though.
Back.
Right. Right.
No, that's
Right.
not it. I did this before.
You can do it.
It's I want to remove the whole wall thing. You guys can just see there. That should do it.
It's a little bit.
So
Takes up 4 slots. Oh my
yeah,
God,
Doc,
that's
if you
huge.
want to move, just move your
Yeah, I got you.
token in there. That means yeah, just like that. But for now, we're not going to say you're in there until we get the initiative going.
Nation.
So let me get back to here, and let me add a turn for that thing.
Boy, that thing is spooky looking.
Yeah, it definitely looks like an insect. It's a big thing.
It's a lot bigger than I thought it was.
This one. So I will put it. I'll just show that to everyone so you can see the picture there.
Oh man.
So it's an ankeg or an onkeg, or whatever you might want to pronounce that as.
Mhm.
But it is that thing.
Leftfoot Liddy, is that you?
The name's Carl.
Oh, you found Lenny? I want to meet him. I want to hear about this purple worm drink.
How do you get your leg back?
And let me just roll my initiative and get a 20 on the die.
We're just guaranteeing that you hit me at least once.
Freaking awesome.
Just when I
all
thought I
right.
was gonna get a
Let me
good turn.
sort there. Well, it kind of makes sense because the thing is bursting out of the ground, but there's nothing in here that says, and it gets a surprise attack or anything like that. But the first time a character crosses the room or comes in, like Dirk did there, the Ankeg bursts through the floorboard in the square marked Ankeg eruption, which is where it is on the map, and attacks. And that's it. It's not like you get a surprise round, or it gets a surprise round or anything like that, when you would think it might, because it just bursts from the ground and attacks you. But at least we've got it this way where, now it did happen in that order. Let me quickly see if I can quickly make this viewable. Players see and hit points see. So, hey, there we go. All right, so I got the name on there, and you got the hit point bar. All right. We have Dirk right there. Technically, you can't be in the same square, Dirk, so pick a square that is not where the thing is, because it bursts up.
Okie dokie. I'll be right here.
Okay, cool.
I'll have jumped back slightly when it burst through.
That's probably accurate. All right, so it's going with a bite. I think I only get one attack per turn. Yes. Bite you 21.
Oh, you know what, Joe? That almost didn't hit me by 5 points. So yeah, you hit me.
All right, so the bite hit and does 2d6 plus 3.
Jeez.
That's not right. No, 2d6 plus 1d. What the hell? It's 12. 12 slashing and 2 acid damage.
Oof.
And if you are a large or smaller creature, you are now grappled as well. So you are grappled as well. So it has you.
Oh no,
its
you can't move.
Biting pinchers.
You said 12 and 2, so 14 damage?
Yeah, 14 total. Yeah. I was just reading it in order. It is 12 slashing plus 2 acid.
3 hits was probably exactly correct for this.
Until the grapple ends, it can only bite you. So that's nice. It can't bite anyone else while it's holding on to you.
When you grapple, do you have to try to break it at the end of your turn or at the start of your turn?
It would be your action.
Okay. Jerk face.
Jerk face. And that's what it's doing. So, Jerum.
So should it be in the same square now? Just kidding.
Okay, so
That's good.
I mean, I would say yes, but the game says no, Randy.
Is that just a 5-foot grapple?
Yeah. It's like you're dancing
okay.
at arm's length.
So I'm gonna do something fun.
I believe it.
Grimdal, I'm going to need you to climb the ceiling and get around that thing, get it further into the room, because I can't get past your fat butt. And I'm going to cast Spider Climb on him.
Spider climb.
I was going to say, how am I climbing the ceiling? Because I can't do that.
Spider Climb has the following effect. Until the spell ends, I can concentrate on it for 1 hour. One willing creature you touch gains the ability to move up, down, and across vertical surfaces and upside down along ceilings while leaving its hands free.
Nice.
Also gain a climbing speed equal to your walking speed. And if I remember correctly, the way speeds work is they are counted separately. So if he's climbing vertically, then it reduces his amount of climbing speed he has left, but not his walking speed. But then if he's like walking upside down, that should come across his walk speed. If I remember how movement speed works correctly.
I'm going to say whatever you just said sounds good. And therefore, when he starts moving, you let him know how far he moves.
Okay.
I'm cool with all that.
Pretty much.
Climbing is 1 extra foot of cost.
Under normal circumstances, but you have a climbing speed, which means that you can climb at that speed without taking the movement penalty, unless something else would give you a penalty.
All right.
So like you could climb 10 feet to get above this thing and then walk another 15 directly in front of you to get behind it.
Yep.
Or however far. And you'll stay on the ceiling until I stop concentrating, unless you manually climb down.
Right.
You can get your thanking bonus.
Think about what you've done, mister.
I'm sorry, Joe. What?
I said you will stay on the ceiling and you will think about what you've done.
Nobody puts cleric on the ceiling. Yeah, that's my turn. I cast a spell. I'm not going to move. That's going to be it from me.
And then all the single digit folks are up next.
Yay! Single digits.
I'm trying to figure out one thing, and maybe one of you guys might be able to help look it up in between turns or something. But by default, all of my rolls in Roll20 are to the GM directly. So you guys don't see any of these, and I want you to be able to see them. And I can't remember where the heck the setting is so that my rolls are public instead of to the GM. Anyway, let's move on. Doc is up next.
Okay, so technically I'm outside.
Yeah, you would be right at the entrance. You could get into where you were, but
Okay.
technically you would be outside, yeah.
But he's grappling
Dirk, yep.
Dirk, so he probably won't attack me if I try to move past him.
Probably not, but at the same time, I mean, you could shoot him with an arrow right from where you are if you want.
All right, well, if that's the case, then of course I'm just going to try and shoot him with an arrow.
Because you're just that good.
We established last episode being grappled or grappling does not impose an attack penalty.
Yeah, and for me at least, I would like to see it as I would homebrew a rule that would make it have some kind of effect. All right, so
All right, well, here we go.
especially if this thing is big enough that it can pick up the dwarf and hold it in its face. If it saw something coming at it, I could see it holding the dwarf up in front of the thing. Right?
All right, cool. I rolled a 21 to hit.
21 definitely hits. 21 hit.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
That's a lot of dice.
Nice.
It is. Ignore Colossus Slayer, so 9 damage.
Okay. 9 damage. Then I will.
Why are we ignoring Colossus Slayer?
Because he can't be a max hit points. It's once it's been damaged once, then we can start adding Colossus Slayer in there.
Oh,
Time.
sad.
Yep.
That we would have gotten 1 extra damage from Colossus Slayer.
Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful.
That's
my turn, though. I'm just
all
gonna
right, Dirk.
hang out there.
All right, so I guess I'll start by trying to break free with a strength roll, I guess.
Now, here's the other thing that to what Eli was just pointing out. You don't actually have any penalty if you just want to wail on the thing.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that. We talked about that last time, didn't we?
Yep.
You just can't go anywhere.
Yep.
Right?
Okay.
And if the
You can only
creature
bite you.
grappling you moves, you will move with it while you're
Yeah.
grappled. But if something moves you or the creature, that isn't the grappler, then the grapple just ends. Like if I used Gust of Wind on both of y'all, the grapple would end.
Right on.
Assuming
Okay.
either of y'all moved.
Well, I figured I would use my great sword this time around, so I would have had that ready, knowing that these things are popping out of the
Sure.
the floorboards. So I'll go ahead and take a, if that's okay, take a slash at him.
Got to get that close quarters weapon ready.
Yeah.
Great sword.
He's
All right.
just using the great sword as a prying bar.
So that's
Yeah,
a
there it
total
is.
of 12. Does a 12 hit?
Oh, no.
All right, I'd like to go ahead and use my action surge on this one
Oh,
to go ahead and
yeah.
take a second melee attack this time around. And I'll use the great sword again. That is a 13. Is a 13.
Randy.
Trying to find the bottom.
Yeah, we're almost there. We'll figure out what its AC is.
Does not hit.
Okay, the being restrained thing is apparently messing up my swings. So I'm like a big brother holding, or no, he's like a big brother holding my forehead while I'm trying to swing at him.
Yes. And he takes your hand and starts punching you in the face with it. Grimdal.
I can't hit him.
But I think the reality would be that you are hitting him. It would just having no effect. Like when the quarters are so close that you just keep slapping it with the flat of the blade.
Yeah,
and against its hardened shell. Yeah.
Can't quite get that edge alignment in.
Yeah.
Can't put your back into it.
You trying to get in the room, Grimdal?
Oh yeah, sorry, forgot I was muted there. Yeah, I assume I can go in and climb up the wall 10 feet and then go 15 more feet. Was that the wording on that?
Going with the idea that you could use the spell to get around it, yes, we'll just do that.
All right.
Instead of worrying too much about the mechanics, you are using the spell by that intent, the spider climb. You're able to get in there and, MC Escher yourself to the other side somehow.
Yes, exactly.
The spell says you can do it while keeping your hands free, but nothing's saying that you can't, use your hands to get real close to the wall there.
Super
yeah, it's enough. Yeah, I just have to. I mean, I'm short anyway. Hopefully, the ceiling's tall enough. Yeah, so I'm going to get to that position and then I'm going to cast Toll the Dead. So he's already taken damage, so it's going to be a 1d12 on damage instead of 1d8. So I point at insect's thing, and the sound of a Dolores bell fills the air around it for a moment. So you must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or take necrotic damage.
Boom! Oh, they have a +1 on Wisdom. Let's see. Oh, did anybody figure out where I can change my roll?
I have not.
Oh, are you using the Beyond 20 stuff?
This is in roll 20. I guess technically I'm using Beyond 20, but what I'm doing is, that could be it, Chris.
Because there's the Whisper rolls, and you got to make sure that's not set.
Yeah, that's what I saw too. Was go to campaign settings and choose Whisper toggle under Whisper rolls to GM.
Actually, mine says never whisper.
Okay. I don't know where the dice are.
All right. Well, if anyone does happen to find that, you would be able to see this next roll. In the meantime, I'm just going to click it, and I'm going to get a.
Okay, your dice roller. Open up your dice roller.
I got a dice roller open. GM roll is off. That's one place I looked. Yeah.
Okay. That's all I got.
It's weird because all of my rolls say 2 GM on them. And I don't know, is it because I'm speaking as the GM?
Yeah, but it shouldn't matter. You should be able to.
What if I speak as the monster? Let's see what that does. I'm going to click it again. I already failed it, but I was going to say, no, it still says 2 GM. Okay. Anyway, rolled a 4. Then I rolled a 5. So I failed both times. What do I get for damage? 5, you say? Chris, that was 5 damage?
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry.
5 necromancer damage.
Bam. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Does it have any weird thingies? Nope. I mean, dark vision and tremor sense, but it's a creature of the ground. Yeah, so it doesn't have any particular weaknesses or strengths. Then is the Ankeg's turn. And you guys went and moved around. The first turn I should have tried this, but I'm going to do it now. It's going, you know what? It isn't, it can't do that. Can it? You guys need to be here for this? I don't know.
That's always an encouraging thing to hear your game master say. Wait,
it's a
can
weird
this
one.
thing do that?
So
It can do that?
Here's how I'm going to play it. All right. So it has an acid spray.
Excuse
I'm
me?
going to say it as the acid spray is going to be coming out of its mouth. Therefore,
Excuse me?
Well, you're grappled. You're going to be the one.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Woo! Melt the dwarf.
Yeah. So it spits acid.
It's about to look quite different there, my buddy Grimdal.
It's just going to splash. It's going to puke on you is essentially what it is. It's grabbed you with its pinchers, and then it's just going to spew acid on you.
It's got to soften you up. Otherwise, it'll give itself a tummy ache.
And
They did cut up and eat everybody else, I guess.
think about this when you think about how much, because it can go in a line 30 feet long and 5 feet wide. And you are right there at the orifice it's being extended from. Yes. So it's just going to hit you in this case. And it is a dexterity saving throw for Dirk.
I don't.
Hey, Druid,
think
how do
he
you do a
auto-fails dex
uncanny
saves.
dodge?
I'm going to allow him to, try and wiggle his way around and just end up with a pool of acid in this corner.
Oh no, grapple does
for a
not.
dexterity saving throw.
All right. So you got half of that. You take 5 acid damage.
Ouch.
It
That's a
burns.
little surprising.
It burns.
It burns. I'm not going to roll it. I'm just going to take the number that's there. But you would, it's 3d6, but you take half on a successful save.
All right. You can call me Michael Jordan now.
Michael. Let's see. I mean, everybody's still right there. It has nothing else to do. Let's go on to Jerum.
Oh, okay. Well, now that the way is clear for me, and I am a responsible party member who actively participates, Dirk, duck. I'm gonna throw a javelin at it.
Meanwhile, I'm just being grabbed. Like, where?
Where's my javelin? There it is. I found it. Does a dang it, a 13 does not hit.
No, it does not.
With
Just a bit outside.
Gosh darn it.
Perfect.
I will, against my better judgment, get into melee range and pull out my spear. I have my other shield in hand, or I have my shield in my other hand.
Jerum,
So,
now you're flanking.
Yes.
What does that mean, Dirk?
On any given day in my life, I could start every sentence with "against my better judgment."
Yeah, that's gonna be it from me. I cast a spell, I threw a thing, I moved. That's
Give
it.
it a dirty look.
Yeah, I gave it a dirty look. I know. I'll make loon calls at it.
Nice.
Perfect.
Let's see. That brings us to Doc.
second verse, same as the first.
Nice. Get another arrow in it. Oh, maybe.
Oh my god.
What'd you end up with? What is that?
13.
A 13 does
That's
not.
our magic number.
hit.
It really is.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm gonna just take a one step
that's
closer right behind.
3 attempts with a 13. All right. Dirk.
All right. I didn't try to break free last time too. I just realized that. I think I just swung at it. All right. So I'm going to go and attack it and just swing at it again.
You can do it.
Would I be able to flank at swinging at this thing, Joe? Pretty please.
If you ask me, I'm going to say no. If you convince me, I'm going to say yes.
So it's got a hold of me, and my buddy's near it. And it's kind of starting to turn its head away. So I'm going to go and take advantage of that and swing really
That's
hard.
a good point. Spider Dwarf may have distracted it.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
Spider Dwarf is up there.
I'm gonna start
all
laying the
on opposite
warhammer down
sides
on
of
him in
the
a bit.
creature.
So good thing I got that because
Oh my god!
what the? I got a 1 and a 2.
Oh.
I'll take the 2, but still.
Oh.
Okay, I'm going to
Hold on. What is it you re-roll? Is that damage?
re-rolling's only for 1s and 2s on damage.
All right. Damn it.
I'm going to go and use my my second win just to get those hit points back real fast for a bonus action, I think. Max that. So that's good.
So as part of his new attire with, the red and white concentric circles on him, I believe on the back across his armor is now painted, failure is always an option.
Yes.
That's wild.
Second wind.
Yep. Second winded. I got 11 points back.
Cool.
So I am back up a bit.
Yes.
I am reverse. Nope, 34. Never mind. I was going to say reverse Michael Jordan. All right, I am done with my turn.
Grimdal.
Grimdal.
All right, I am gonna cast Guiding Bolt.
Could you just hit me? Because I need out of my misery.
I'm going to cast Usain Bolt.
It's going to barf on me again.
16 hit.
16 does hit.
Okay, guys, it's between 13
Hold on,
and 16.
No, sorry, it's 21 to hit,
21 to
16
hit, yeah.
damage.
21 also hits, in case you
Yeah.
didn't know, after a 16.
So 16's our bottom right now.
What'd you say, Eli?
Oh, I was just saying, like, all right, guys, it's between 13 and 16 that we got to hit.
Yes.
Somewhere in there.
Yes, it is. All right, so that's going to be, 16 radiant damage? Radiant?
I'll take some of that.
Minus 16. Ew, that
You hit.
little green bar is way down there now.
Bing boom, bing boom.
Grimdal, have anything else he wants to do here?
Yeah, you know what? I will back up a little bit.
You should start tickling it.
There, I'm good.
I'm good. Oh, you just ran away. Okay.
I gave you all the powers of a spider and you decide to run.
I gotta
Hey, this
see,
being on the ceiling is pretty cool.
I gotta see if his puke recharges. It does not. He cannot puke on you again.
Yay. Of course, I only did 4, where the other attack did like 12.
Yeah.
It's going to bite you again.
And it's going to
And
hit me again.
Have a 9 to hit.
Oh, Joe,
Dang.
you feeling okay? You didn't
What
you
is your
didn't hit
armor
me.
class? What is Dirk's armor class?
16.
Yeah, see, the 2 dice it rolled for me had a 9 and a 14. I wasn't hitting you this time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And that's why I say I'd still like to change this so you guys can see the rolls so they actually show up on the screen for the shared screen too. But
The last thing you did showed up on the screen when you rolled for the puke.
Yeah.
Puke.
The recharge dice rolled.
oh,
Yep.
what? That's so weird. So is it only when I'm clicking on a character thing? That could be it.
Yeah, and maybe
Yeah,
it's
makes
the
sense.
specific.
Because you're rolling through the NPC or whatever.
Yeah. And if so, I'll have to see. There's probably something to figure out for that too, setting somewhere. Anyway, it missed, and that lets us move on to Jerum. Jerum, how much more damage can you do to this little thing?
The rest.
Right?
Yeah.
I hope so.
Got your torches?
Well, that's an action. The most I could do to it is 1d8. Unfortunately.
But you can make it look pretty.
I can certainly try.
I mean, you're welcome to do anything you like. I was just saying that because you can see that green bar is a lot lower than it was when we started.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and hit it with my spear. I already said I had the shield in one hand, so if this hits, it's only 1d6. A 19 hits.
19
yeah.
definitely hits. Yes.
All right, we'll go ahead and roll damage one-handed. That's 4 piercing damage.
Woo.
Let my friend go.
It's like
Stab.
each time that you've done that, the two-handed damage would have been less anyway. It's like,
I really, really love spear and shield fighting. It just never works.
Yeah. It just made me think for no specific reason, but I got the picture in my head of spear and shield, and then I don't know who's played much Diablo 3, but there's the Templar, the first NPC that goes along with you, and he's a spear and shield guy.
Yeah.
I should play Diablo 3 again.
Help me find my armor. I can't find it.
Yes, that guy. It's like he's invincible except for a few days ago.
Yeah.
No, I think I'm gonna stay here.
You can just go hang out right there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna chill here. No
You're going to
movement.
contribute to the flanking.
Yes, absolutely. The duck, get behind it. We'll flank it.
All right, we're doing it now. Hopefully, everybody cross your fingers.
Fingers crossed.
Whoop.
18.
It's
18 hits. Definitely.
Dead so.
a 5.
Wait,
Do we
what?
add the
Sorry, yes, add Colossus Slayer in there.
So that's
good because
9.
we needed that. All right, that finishes off that guy, and
Does it let go of me or do it kind of like it dragged
Yes.
into the air with it?
yes, it would drop you onto the puddle of acid puke that it was spraying on you.
Take
Oh,
1 acid damage.
Asking for blood.
It's no longer doing damage, however, it's still nasty.
It kind of stings.
So, just as a recap, in this room,
Thank you guys. I almost had that guy.
this is the larger L-shaped room. If is that, yeah, move yourself right there. There you go. It's like kind of L-shaped room, and that door to the north is where Tibor is. But it also in this room, what I was saying is cluttered with logging equipment like saws, leather harnesses for climbing trees, and so on. So things you would think of for logging. That room is full of. And then the back, that office, I should be able to kill that door now. Come on,
Do
let's
it.
select.
Kill the door.
Bam. All right. So now that office area is
Hello, sir. You look like a lady.
dude.
Dirk, that's rude.
Dude, look like a lady. Oh,
There it is.
sorry.
Well, it's half brother, so maybe the other half is sister.
I can't argue with that.
All right. It doesn't say step brother, it says half brother. All right. So he sees that you've killed. He's like, "Oh my gosh, do you think you can kill the rest of them?"
How many more of these things are there?
You zoom. Let me zoom out on my map. They've sprung out of the ground all around the campsites, and I think there's like 3 or 4 of them.
Oh my god!
All right.
Is there a nest of them or something?
I heard this one tunneling underneath here, and I just barricaded myself and just been hiding, waiting for the supply run to show up. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, the supplies are here.
Oh,
so-
fuck, guys, the ox.
Oh, shoot.
Supplies. It should be right outside. It's okay. Vincent's real chill.
Is it okay?
Yes.
I've seen Tremors. I know how this works.
Yeah.
Roll for Vincent.
What are we rolling for Vincent?
Is he still here?
Making
Is he
stuff
still
up.
here?
You know what? I was supposed to do one other thing here. Let me double check this. And nope, that doesn't help. Okay. The dragon has moved to a different location, but it isn't a location you would see from where you are.
Okay.
So that was that internal monologue. So there's nothing else in the building, and he has asked if you can, take care of these things.
We can certainly try.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Do
think
our
I know
best.
how to get these things to come out into the open.
You send me out after it to walk around?
Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah.
called bait.
All you
Well-
have to do is walk where they are, and they kill you.
Let me know where they are so I can go get killed.
Well, I think there's a safer way to go about this.
Need some healing there,
Josh is
Dirk?
still outside.
I'm okay at the moment. But
Are you sure?
Give me one guy, and I'll need about 80 more hit points.
All right.
I second winded, so I'm actually pretty good. I'm only down 8.
All right.
So
See how it goes.
Cool.
feeling
I
spry.
checked on
Let's go.
I checked on Vincent at the cart.
Vincent, yeah, the Ox Vincent is just right outside. We can even say that is the cart. Why not? They're
I
just
assume it was.
yeah. Well, there's another one to the east that you just don't see.
Oh yeah, I got
That's
it.
just him following us slowly around.
Yeah, but it's just like that. But yeah, Vincent's just fine, chewing on some grass and hanging out.
All right, should we check out the campsite to the north here?
So there's the before Tibor locks himself back in the office and puts his desk back up against the door to barricade himself back in. It'll tell you that these things have shown up almost anywhere, but the last time he saw them attacking anybody was near the camps. So you might want to check out every place here. Mainly because there's other things.
Let's walk the beach and
Let's walk the beach.
Follow it to the campsite. That works for me.
So there's the dock. You see the dock. That's
Hi,
just
Doc.
north of the cabin. Hey, Doc.
I'll
Is
stick
Doc
around
on
to
the
protect
dock?
the Ox. Holler if you need me.
And
Yeah, we need you. Come on.
then there's that campsite, what we'll call the North Camp, because it calls it the North Camp. There's a dead campfire there, surrounded by 6 tents. Looking in the tent, you see there's a bedroll and a mess kit in each one. Then just giving you like quick look stuff. You decide if you want to take any further actions. Yeah, so you see at that North Camp, you see the 6 tents, and just glancing inside, you can see a bedroll and a mess kit in them. The fire has been out for quite some time.
Musket. Wonder if our hunter friend can use it.
You say musket?
Oh, you said a musket. What did you say?
Mess kits.
Oh,
Forks, knives, dishes.
mess kit. Sorry, it came out as musket on my end.
It's all the gunpowder, man.
Yep.
Is there any signs of disturbance in the ground, like where these things might have come up?
Ooh. Give me a investigation check.
All right.
You are looking for clues. Oh yeah.
It's a total 21.
So you can see all kinds of stuff. Upon further investigation, you can see that there are several spots around the tents that were that look to be dissolved or melted by acid. You find a bunch of weird footprints, and you can tell that there were humanoids killed and dragged down into the sand by some sort of burrowing monster that you would presume is the same sort of burrowing monster you guys just killed.
Jeez.
It's the scene of a grisly moida. Or maybe not, a grisly kidnapping and then murder under the ground, I guess.
I didn't know they employed bears at this logging camp.
Definitely, Jerum, I would say, would definitely know it's not bear tracks.
100% no bear tracks around here. Guys, there's no bears.
Well, all the weird marks in the ground would definitely go along with humanoid feet and the weird claw hooky thingies that was on that insect you guys just fought.
Yeah, the scritchy scratchies.
Yeah, those things.
What if one of us starts jumping up and down making noise, like a Trimmers scenario?
It's actually kind of funny. It doesn't do anything.
Okay. Well, all right.
I was gonna say, play it out, act it out. That's it. But we got small spaces we're working in here. All right. So yeah, just moving around. You don't trigger the eruption of an ankheg.
So Dirk's just walking around stabbing the dirt in front of him with his sword. Just
I
poke.
can see it now. It's like a primitive metal detector kind of thing. If I feel anything other than sand under here, The other thing is, let's see, what's Jerum? You're kind of way over there.
I'll clear this way if you want to come further. Bring the wagon over here.
In the center area near the wagon where Jerum is, is the other spot, and this is the old cabin and chimney spot where the cabin itself was torn down, just the chimney remains. So you can just see a ruined fireplace whose chimney is mostly collapsed, and a stone foundation.
Okay, let's make our way towards it.
You guys want to look at the thing in the middle?
It's just another thing. I was mentioning it because Eli had his token over there, and I thought I could let him take a second to.
Anything in the chimney still?
Vincent's okay. If anything comes out of the ground for his ass, I'm gonna get it.
Poke.
Anything in the chimney?
This was an important one. And Chris, make me a perception check.
Poke.
That's what I'm looking for.
Poke.
Oof.
Poke.
Oof.
Oh.
I don't see anything.
What's oof?
Oh, you guys can see it?
Oh, there it is. Oof.
4. That is certainly oof.
Well, Grimdal.
I was saying to check, hey, is there anything in the chimney? Because I'm outside.
There you go. Somebody else check in the chimney then.
I'm over here. I'll go check it out.
Check it.
So I walk
Hey,
up.
Dirk, why don't you stick your arm up there like you did that Antares Falcon?
It wasn't a puppet before you started.
You said you wouldn't talk about that.
So he was talking a lot that night.
So 15 of a perception check.
All right. So within the chimney, you find amidst the debris a bunch of specifically 13 tiny androgynous stick figures dipped in some kind of stickiness. And it looks like there's some small inscriptions of lightning bolts on these things.
Kind of curses.
Guys,
like a religion check.
I found some voodoo.
Yeah. If you want to check it out, it is indeed a religion check.
Yeah, a little better than a 1 this time. Oh, yes, I did a 2.
Oh, you rolled a 2.
Man, we are so great at combat.
I know.
Can I join, please?
Jerum, do you know what this kind of craziness is?
All right, give me a second. I'll be right there.
Look, did you see the lightning bolts?
You can get all religious on it.
Can I do a druid check?
Yeah, I think it'd be some crazy druid thing.
Because the book specifies this one, it is a religion check.
Okay.
Oh, Doc, you should check it out. Oh, nice.
What's the problem with your fireplace? You got sticks in it.
Hey, guess what? It is a DC 1-5 intelligence religion check.
Well, I got a
15. So you actually hit it. You hit the armor class this time.
Yeah, we must think like it's all combat.
Well, see, there's your problem. You're thinking about this as a man of the cloth. Man, you got to look at this like a forest person.
So that's an interesting thought, because let me tell you what you realize about this, because I'm curious how well Rabbit Man would know this. So since you were successful, you know that this totem's purpose is to bring ill fortune on all who reside near it, and you know that destroying it will cause a curse to go away.
Burn it.
All right, so long time ago,
once upon a time,
when I was out hunting, with my Uncle Hare. He liked to visit the family sometimes. He got around a lot, learned a lot of things, taught me a few things. One of the things he taught me was that there was this woman in the woods that he got on the bad side of. He ate up her crops real bad. She made a bunch of these stick figures and threw them at him. Now, Uncle Hare, being Uncle Hare, thought, oh, wow, that's a nice little token. I think I'll take it. And he took it home with him. Well, turns out that thing led a hawk to his nest. We never saw Uncle Hare again. But I went in and I broke that twig, and you know what happened? Bolt of lightning struck the tree of the hawk that took him.
Nice.
I thought you were going to say that he was saved and he came back. But...
Oh
No.
no, Uncle Hare's dead. I know for a fact he's gone.
R.I.P. Uncle Hare.
Yeah,
He's dead because not only did the lightning fry the hawk, it fried the rabbit that was still inside the
yeah.
hawk.
I'm pretty sure he would have made it too. But then
So it was like he made the first turducken.
But yeah, no, if we break these twig things, then I'm not gonna say everything's gonna be okay, but things will stop being as bad.
So
Okay,
Cool.
you can bust it up.
Can he throw them up in the air shot put style and I shoot him?
Hell yeah.
with your
And then
new
we burn them.
musket.
Look,
Sorry.
if y'all want to play around like that, then sure, go ahead. And I'm gonna take just one at a time, like squat down, just take one, snap. Yeah.
Just destroy it. So you guys destroy it in however you like. But as you destroy the totem, you actually feel some tremors in the ground and they fade.
Interesting.
And if
I want to
NKs could speak, common, you would hear them saying, well, if you're going to do that, I guess we just have to end the episode.
Oh,
dang.
They're going to take their ball and go home.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. Destroying it makes the NKs lose interest and abandon the logging camp.
We've been beset by a new curse.
I wonder
The
who
end
would
of
have
the
put a
episode.
curse on this logging camp.
The interesting
probably
part
some
is,
old.
say you had been fighting with them and someone decided to destroy it, they're supposed to just lose interest and tunnel away. Just go away.
We're out of here.
Okay.
Yeah, forget it.
It's like this bad juju in the chimney is making these things eat everybody.
That's crazy.
Just as soon as you break the twigs, I guess you guys are all right.
Yeah, okay, man.
the
Hold
beacon.
on, are
had
you a
stopped.
shape changer?
Well, no. That was Uncle Hare.
Nice. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap this one up for today. We'll see how this ends up playing out with Tibor and the loggers camp next time on Adventures from the Shed. For now, though, we'll wrap this one up and we can all say something.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Am I gonna click the right one? Let's see.
The preceding podcast was brought to you by One Joe Young. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com.
I guess you could say those stick figures were bugging the town.
Yeah.